Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. And today it's Shaq-Fu, one of the strangest tie-in games ever made. So we'll keep our difficulty on normal, game speed on normal, yep, all good, okay. Right, alright, that looks pretty good. So let's get into it. So into story mode. So the story is, Shaq is in Tokyo for the All-Star game, and suddenly he stumbles across a Kung Fu dojo, because of course, yes, Kung Fu dojo in Tokyo. Oh dear. And there's the obligatory Mr. Miyagi type. So, Shaq is inviting the old man to come to the basketball game. But the old man has far more pressing concerns. He wants to send him to fight and rescue the little boy Nezu. So he has to step through to the back of the shop, which is actually a portal to another dimension, where Shaq will go and save the day. So here we are in this strange new world. And in a bit of a departure from fighting games of the time, Shaq can roam the world freely and pick fights with different characters as he wills. So let's start over here with the jungle. Or, no, let's go to the mines first of all. And we're fighting Diesel, who is basically just a mine worker. Interesting gimmick for a character. As you can see, the graphics aren't that bad. It's, you know, it's small scale, but not that bad. But the difficulty is quite brutal. These characters do not hold back. I got absolutely mollicated there. Right, Shaq, get your act together, son. Come on. Right, we're doing a bit better here, now that I've kind of figured out the controls. Okay, one each. There we go. Well done, Shaq. Oh, you can't duck under projectiles here, it would seem. So, collision detection here isn't the greatest, I'll be honest. It's kind of hard to know when you're making contact and when you're not. So all you can do is keep plugging away and hoping for the best, really. But we're getting there, and Shaq has taken the fight. Okay, so Diesel is down. Now on to our next fight. Okay, whatever you say, Diesel. So with Diesel out the way, that's one section cleared. Now let's go to the jungle, where we are fighting some voodoo lady, whose name I can't remember. I mean, say what you will about the quality of this game, but there's certainly plenty of variety amongst the characters. You know, they're not just your archetypal fighting game characters. They do have interesting tropes. don't think there's that many fighting games that have a voodoo fighter in them, so I certainly can't think of one off the top of my head. Oh dear, Shaq is down. Ooh. That music is kind of grating as well, I'll be quite honest. Right, those fireball punches seem to be getting some purchase at least. Shaq, one more hit should do it. Oh dear, you're down. Right, we're going to have to use a continue here. And we only have 3 of them, so this might not last very long. So he's asking where is Set Ra. Set Ra is the last boss, who hopefully we'll get to see later on. Oh, she turned into a leopard. Interesting. It might not be fun to watch, but honestly, the best way to win in this game just seems to be to get characters in the corner and just punch and kick them repeatedly. Not very subtle, but seems the most effective. This is a tough fight, though. Come on now, Shaq. Get your act together. Oh dear. Oh, this is tough and quite tedious. Right, we seem to caught on a stun lock there. Okay, 1-1. I say all-out attack seems to be the best way to go here. Subtlety is not going to get you anywhere in this game. There is almost no collision detection in the air. It seems to be completely 50-50 whether you hit or get hit. Okay, Voodoo Lady is down. Now let's go to the Wastelands. Oh yeah, it's angry little turtle man. Can't remember the names of any of these characters. Well, I seem to remember I quite like the music for this level though. So when the fighter's almost down, he goes into Fury mode, as you can see. It's a bit like the sort of a comeback mechanic that you have in Tekken 8 now, where when your meter's flashing red, you become more powerful for a short period of time, and you can do super attacks, etc. If I could be bothered to learn the mechanics of this game, but in all honesty, I can't. I'm not sure what exactly triggers the Fury though, if it's low energy or just getting hit. I think it might be when that red energy bar fills up. Yeah, that's what it is. Because the red bar below the main life force bar, when that gets full, seems to move up every time you take damage. So, okay, on to our next fight, and let's head down here. Gargoyle's Peak. That sounds ominous. Oh, it's Mephisto, the goblin zombie thing. When you order Skeletor on Wish. Or should that be Mumra? I don't know. It's some amalgamation of those 80s cartoon villains. I mean, it's got quite cool animation. It's got a cool moveset, but it's just, you know, you can't pull off the moves with any kind of reliable regularity because the controls are all over the place, unfortunately. I mean, I have no idea where the licensing is with this game these days, but I would like to see it remade with, you know, a proper fighting game engine and... Oh dear. I got wiped out there. But I think I've figured out how to get this guy. Somewhat predictably, it's a case of just kick, 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 and occasionally punch. Okay, so that's 1-1. I kind of like how the characters get a sad face or a disgruntled face when they lose. That's kind of funny. Shaq gets it as well. You see that kind of panic going into his face as he's losing. I mean, people talk about this as one of the worst fighting games ever made, and it's not, right? It's not a good game. It is not a good game. I'm not going to pretend it is, okay? But it's not this absolute car crash that it's made out to be. It's just good, goofy fun, to be quite honest. And fair credit to Shaquille O'Neal for doing something a bit different, rather than just doing a generic basketball game, which would have made him plenty of money. So, Mephisto's out the way. Now let's go back to the palace, because I think here we have to fight the Prince of Persia ripoff, Prince Raja. Decent music in this level again, nice atmospheric. Although you won't be too surprised to hear this was about the same time that Aladdin came out. I see what they're going for with this character design. Right, we've got him in the corner now. If we can just keep him there. There we go. We've got him back in the corner again. Just keep hitting him. And he's down. I think we've almost cleared the first island now. The Colonel will teach you a lesson. Oh yeah, the Colonel, he's a cyborg guy that you fight later on. So all these areas are cleared. Now it's just the gate to open up the passageway to the second part of the game. And here is the obligatory Kung Fu Master character. Beating him unlocks the gate, which allows us to go to the second half of the game. Assuming we can get there, because we're struggling here. This guy is small and fast, which is exactly what you don't want in this game, because it's all about trying to get your opponent into the corner. And you can't do that with a small, wiry opponent as easily. You can still do it though, with a bit of effort. I mean, it doesn't have it because it was 10 years too early, but it's almost as if this game has some kind of adaptive difficulty, because the enemy absolutely annihilates you in round 1, but then round 2 and round 3 feel much more balanced. It's strange. But to my knowledge, Mega Drive games did not have adaptive difficulty. That was a PlayStation thing. I think Resident Evil 4 was the first game to really popularise it. I say popularise it, I don't know how popular the feature actually is, but that was the first popular game to use it, let's put it that way. Adaptive difficulty is the idea that every time you win, the game gets harder, and every time you lose, the game gets easier. Just for those who maybe hadn't heard the term before. So, meanwhile, Beast brings his skeleton soldiers to life. Beast is the sort of a Goro of this game. He's like the sub-boss you fight before you fight the last boss set. So now the bridge is open and we can cross it. So we Catwalk Falls, we get the lab, and we get the South Gate. Not the England manager, the South Gate. Former England manager, I should say. Okay, let's go to Catwalk Falls. And we're fighting a cat lady. Kaori. Okay, Kaori the cat lady. They really are going for every single anime trope they can in this game, aren't they? You know, they get monsters, skeletons, princes, and girls with cat ears. Oh dear. But of course they're all doing kung fu, despite the fact that it's supposed to be Japan. I don't know. This is a tough fight. Right, see if we can just keep her in the corner. Right, this is better, Shaq. This is better. That damn teleport, though. This is just frustrating. It really is, because you can't dodge, you can't move, you can't go anywhere. Right, managed to win that round somehow. But that fireball, there's just no getting around it. You can't duck under it, you can't jump over it. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. All I can do is just keep ducking and punching and hoping for the best. My chances of winning the round seem to depend largely on whether or not Kaori decides to use that fireball. Right, just almost down. Come on now. There we go. Well done, Shaq. So, on to the next fight. Right, so Kaori's now helping us now that we've set her free. Okay. Okay, with Kaori out the way, let's go to the south gate first. Ah, Nezu! So it's the grandson, the kid we're trying to rescue. Okay. So again, this is a kind of the Goku archetype we're going for here, I think. Is it Goku? I've never watched Dragon Ball. The kid with all the weird superpowers is Goku, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway. That fireball completely immobilizes you. That's not fun. Right, so that's a trick. When he tries to backflip, you want to just kick him because he'll just launch into the kick if he, because his backflip doesn't reach as far as Shaq's long legs do. Okay. One more hit should do it. Okay, 1-1. Right, that's good. He's backflipped into the corner. Now we can, if we can just keep him here. No, he jumped out. Oh well, he jumped right back in. Thank you, Nezu. That was convenient of you. Just keep hitting away. And he's down. Right, so one more fight to go, then we move on to the sub-bosses, I think. So next up, it's the Colonel, the obligatory cyborg of the piece. So again, just get him in the corner if you can. He's got a pretty high jump though with that jetpack to get him out of trouble, but also put him back and put himself back into it as well. So, you know, silver linings. At least that machine gun attack can be ducked under, unlike a lot of the projectile attacks in this game. Right, there we go. This is going to be a close one, but we take it. Round 1 to Shaq. Okay. Our Colonel has quite high damage output. That was only 2 punches and he took away about a quarter of my energy bar. But again with Shaq, if you can just keep him in the corner and use your reach advantage, you take him down. Job done. Is it just me or does his hair kind of remind you of Alf? Okay, so second island down. On we go to fight the beast. and he's got an appearance that's kind of reminiscent of those regenerator creatures from Resident Evil 4. Those things were bloody terrifying, I tell you what. It's not so much just the appearance, but that kind of breathing, that heavy breathing noise that they made. They were really, yeah. Anyway, back on topic. Beasts down. Round 1 to Shaq. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Let's finish the beast. It is kind of annoying that he's able to damage me just by shouting at me. That kind of doesn't feel very fair. Oh dear, that was an absolute demolition. Get him in the corner, keep him in the corner if we can. He's down! The beast is down! Excellent. On to the last boss. Meanwhile, Set Ra has emerged. Definitely a Mum Ra Thundercats thing going on here. I think I know what Shaq's favourite cartoon was when he was a kid. Right. Okay, so he plans to beat me and then wreak havoc upon the human race. Okay. Well, he's doing plenty of damage anyway. Oh dear. Flawless victory. Not good. Come on now, Shaq. Get your act together. God, I am getting demolished here. Oh dear. I landed a cumulative total of, what, 2 blows there? Oh dear. Alright, last boss time. We still have 2 continues, so let's just get this done. Right, he's in the corner now. If we can keep him there, that would be good. Yes! 1-0 to Shaq. Excellent. So the key is to try and get him in the corner and keep him there as much as we can. That shoulder barge is really damaging. Ah. Right, 1-1. Right, keep punching now. This could be it, if we can just keep him there. He's down. He's down, and the game is clear. No, you won't set, because this game is not getting a sequel. So, Shaq has returned, and he's saved the kid. All is well. And he heads out to the All-Star game. But, there's another guest appearance there from the Beast. He's decided to give up violence and take up basketball. So yeah, bit of a strange game this, but you know, it's fun enough. Just don't go in there expecting a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter, you know. It was an experiment in gaming which didn't quite work, but again, credit to those involved for trying it. Something different. Of course, the sad irony is that at that time, you know, the Mega Drive was overloaded with sports titles, whereas now EA basically has a monopoly on sports titles. There are very few options for fans of sports like football, soccer, American football, ice hockey. You've basically got the EA games and that's it, and that's a shame. But Shaq did something different and he deserves credit for that. It'd be nice to see a remake of this someday if that happened, but I don't know. Again, I like the character concepts. I like some of the animation. The backgrounds are nice. The music isn't bad by Mega Drive standards. It just doesn't all really come together like it should, unfortunately. But no, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. So we'll leave it there for today. Please like, share, subscribe, all the usual nonsense, and come back soon. Tartan Samurai Gaming, retro gaming uploads every day. I will see you next time.